I got.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. 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 Hit him with the run pass option. I run shit or I shred from the pocket. I'm always shopping, I'm always copping, and always pray I'm falling like leaves an item. Hey, what could I say? I make plays every day. Catch me with a thick one, make her pay what she weigh. And then some. Welcome to my kingdom. Really in the field, never got my feet up. Go hard, push a hard line. Yeah, been around, peep the archives. Yeah. Off top, it's a long grind. You don't need to watch to see that it's hard time, yeah. I'm counting chips, finna take the chip. You counterfeits, better pay attention. I'm about to check, catch me in my bag. Sunday to Sunday, living that. We make plays every day, yeah. 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 We make plays every day, yeah.
Could be one sitting in the pocket. I like to dip and dunk, but I rock it. Money, money, money is the topic. Win, win, win. It's the only
Yeah, you already know what time it is.
Hang in the building.
Tuned in to another live Friday edition of Awake Your Gamer.
And happy Friday the 13th.
Let's get it.
Yeah, you know that's Bones' birthday.
Happy
Every
birthday,
Friday the
Bones. You got a
13th.
bag of bones.
Kind of like a
Bones,
leap
got
year.
A bag for you for Vegas.
Bones would have been 200 years old today.
Damn, not 200.
All right, so what strain is Bones been smoking lately?
4 scores and 3 centuries ago. Bro.
Bones, you know, if only Bones could talk, he'd have a lot to say.
Yeah, those dark secrets of bogus would be out and open.
I don't know. There's not too many skeletons old Bogey has. Lee always like, Lee, okay, all right, Lee, you want some smoke today? I see. You can't handle it. I'm telling you. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Happy Friday.
Hey, Bogey, all you got to do is just say 1994.
Yeah, that is true. 1994, I was 10 years old.
1994.
One of the greatest days of a 10-year-old life.
At least we were there. That's all I can say.
That's all we can say right now.
We've been
ain't
like a real Charger.
We've been to the show, but we were the last losers out of all the other 30 teams.
You know what I mean? Second place is the first loser.
Hey, there's some teams that never been there, so I'm all good in that one.
If I don't know how to feel if I haven't been there or been there multiple times and can't get there, you know what I mean? Can't put the ring on my finger, man. That shit.
Did the Chargers have titles before the Super Bowl era?
Yeah, they did.
Them and like the Browns, some of the baddest.
1960.
Oh shit.
AFL.
There is a ring there, so I'm not worried about it.
It doesn't count at all then.
But it's a ring.
Oh, so you and the Browns in the same situation.
Is that why? What about the Jets? Oh, I guess at least the Jets have won.
Yeah, he got one with Joe Namath.
You guaranteed it.
Like decades ago, for sure. It was like number 2 or whatever.
I think that was Super Bowl 2 or 3. It was 3.
Was it? I think that was 3,
Packers,
wasn't it?
Did it go Packers 2 times in a row?
Chiefs?
I know the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs was in there. Chiefs got one early too. What was his name? Not Hank Stram. What was the Chiefs coach name? Because he used to wear the hat. No, he didn't.
We're just gonna trickle down the field, gentlemen.
Like
just to keep it trickling down the field.
Because and then back in the 60s, them motherfuckers used to be in suits and shit on the sideline.
With a fedora.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers used to be
Them
real
motherfuckers,
dapper.
they didn't have no clipboards, they had a briefcase. It's like,
Well,
Mama.
yeah, you watch the
Big play.
old school stuff like 20s and 30s. Everybody's wearing shit like that. The old stadiums dressed up dapper.
Is Stram. Good looking, Kelly. It was Hank Stram. Good looking, big. I appreciate you. Oh, my mama.
Shout out to
We
Kelly.
got Kelly in the building. We got Emil in the question. In the building. And Emil got a trade question. Let me see if I can find the lasers real fast.
Shout out to Emil. Stand
Shout out to Emil.
Canada
Man.
stand up. Prime Minister.
It goes to Prime Minister, Drizzy, and then Emil, man. 100%, man. Canada stand the fuck up.
He's running for Prime Minister.
Come on now. He said DeAndre Hopkins and Evan Ingram for Jawan Jennings and Jake Ferguson. Fergie,
I hit the smash button fast.
I'll take the Jennings side.
Yeah, it's hard because I don't know what Evan Ingram's role is gonna be, and I like the production there has been there for the last few seasons, so I mean it's not terrible. And then Ferguson, it's crazy. I don't know. He's up and down. He's up and down. He's a better up and down tight end than the other up and down tight ends.
This is true.
He's not consistent enough for me.
Hey, I'm with y'all, bro. I'm on the fucking Jawan Jennings side.
I'm on the JJ side also.
Just based on getting rid of DeAndre for Jennings, 100%. We don't know what we get.
We're calling him JJ now.
Huh? Talk about it.
He said, I'll take the JJ side. Oh, I was like, we're calling him JJ now.
Come on now. But yeah, man.
Man.
And then like how Kid said, the up and down with Ferguson. But if we get a healthy Dak this year, you know what I mean? Like Bogey always said, one of the second leading targets in that offense is the tight end. But yet, even though we got George Pickens, that might open it up a little bit more for either Jake Ferguson to maintain maybe a 5 target per game threshold. And that's about like 80 targets out the motherfucking season, 90 targets, you know what I mean? So if we can get a 60-90 ratio for targets to receptions, Ferguson is going to be viable.
And Dak definitely favors between the numbers, like between the hash marks. He's not
100%.
He's okay outside of the numbers, but like he's not the biggest sideline guy thrower either. So it's like, that's what Pickens in his career has shown us so far. So even when Pickens opens it up for CD over the middle too, but even when they have CD on the perimeter, I mean, that he's still going to favor the middle of the field. So that's why his career shows that the second most targeted on the team is always the tight end position. And I would pick up Ferguson. Shout out to my man, son, AJ. He told me, he was like, if you follow Dak's pattern with the Cowboys and the way they do their tight ends, Shoemaker is someone that could be a guy this year too. So if I was to take Ferguson, I'm probably sure that the Shoemaker is over there just floating around. I'll pick him up too. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, it is Hank Stram. Hank Stram, the fucking he won the Super Bowl for the Chiefs when we was talking about the first Super Bowls.
Just get the trickling down the field, gentlemen.
Oh my mama. Hey, how y'all morning starting out, y'all? Happy Friday, man.
Happy Freaky Friday.
I woke up with a weird
last Friday of my 40s. Fuck that shit.
Uh-oh.
Hey, come on, man. You about to enter the new era.
I know.
Come on, bro. Come on now.
Big 5-0.
We celebrating.
Oh, I will next Friday.
Jackson Lee.
Come on now.
Come on. That's big. 50 years, bro.
Carl giving us some good game. He said very late round steals of the draft. McMillan, Ricky Pearsall, Shaheed Loveland, and Noah Fant.
Ricky Pearsall was going fast this year, though.
Yeah, Ricky's kind of going like mid rounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, those are all different rounds for sure. I think most of those, anyways.
Yeah,
but
I think undervalued is probably like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think he's correct though. They're probably gonna drop below the ADP. Might just keep too low. Yeah.
Ricky.
Slick Rick.
Mira.
Albert in the building. What's up, Albert?
Albert.
I thought you were about 53, 54. Hey, big bro is what is you, 1970 or 69?
It'd be 75.
He thought I was 53 or 54.
Oh, you was born in 75, big bro?
Yeah, he's turning 50 this year.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, so you only 5 years older.
You're the same year as my sister.
Yeah, you're only 5
She's
years older than
January,
me, bro. I'll be 45 this year. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Look at that. We're just climbing up the age chart.
That's what you call thinking out loud.
I do that too much
Hey, Lee,
myself.
Hey, Lee, I feel like we're gonna get more of that with aging Lee. You know,
Oh,
I feel like the filters, as he ages, the filters decreased. You know,
come on, man. It is facts.
Those filters fall off.
Hey, when we're in Vegas, we're gonna get Lee one of them carts. That way, I don't look like I'm crazy. And then Jamie will get one too, because you know what I'm saying, it'll just be, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, me and Lee gonna be in them motherfuckers back to back because I can only walk so far.
I know.
I'm gonna be on the wall like this. Go ahead, fellas.
We're
just go
pushing each other.
Right.
Hey, look, see, we can do.
We'll take our turns.
Mobile in Vegas.
Oh man.
Hey, we're gonna go to the. Hey, I'm pretty sure senior citizens get discounts, Lee, at the buffets. Bro.
I'm already getting AARP, so I'm
there you go. Hey, they're gonna card Lee I'm gonna make sure they card you everywhere they go too. Like, listen, check his ID.
Oh, hey, that's flattery right there. That's a sign of flattery right there.
I welcome getting carded these days.
Oh.
That's the one club we can't get into. You have to be a certain age. Like, listen, you got to be 50 and up to get in this club, bro. Sorry.
Oh, I want to go. Hey, I want to get up in that motherfucker because I know it's going down.
That's where all the players is wearing all white.
Man, that motherfucker going down in that motherfucker.
You got to wear all white when you're 50 years old in the club.
Come on now. And they drinking nothing but Cavassier and motherfucking
Cavassier.
all types of cognacs, bro. Oh my mama, it's just real players.
Swirling around too.
Facts.
You gotta kind of get the little aroma
in the cognac glass.
Hey, hold on, player. You almost made me spill on my all white Tic Tacs. You know what I mean? That's when you bust out the Tic Tacs like pops from the weigh-ins.
Hey, JD, did you see the size of that Tom Brady statue?
Huh?
You see that size of that Tom Brady statue they built and I sent in the thread?
I didn't even see it.
Holy shit.
It's going in front of Foxborough?
Yeah, the thing is huge.
That's not a troll. Are you sure that's not like an AI troll?
No, it's not. It came from my friends in Massachusetts.
Your friends?
I'll have you know, Lee witnessed that statue being constructed.
What you dude? Are you kidding me?
This thing right here.
Yeah, it's about the same size as the Empire State Building.
They're gonna have their own instead of the Liberty statue. It's the Tom Brady.
He's a little Godzilla.
He's holding the avocado in the air like this.
It looks like a giant blow-up doll, Tom Brady.
Oh shit! Come on, man. That's like an AI fucking doctored up photo.
Yeah.
They say
I for one will say they should have an Empire State Building sized Tom Brady statue.
Damn. Terrific.
If they do that, then I don't know. You know what I used to call them? Jerk off Tommy.
Real bar. Like they're setting the bar really, really high for every other freaking team in the world to be like.
That's what Tom Brady's gonna tell his grandchildren. He'd be like, "You want a statue like this? You got to be the greatest."
Yeah.
Hey, what?
The next person to do one would be Trump right away. He'd be like, "What?"
Jordan would be smoking a cigar in his statue.
Fucking mountain.
And the statue would be like as big as a building, so like it would be actual smoke coming out of the cigar.
Oh, that's funny.
Or like steam, so it's environmentally like safe.
That's an interesting thought. Now, you know, like I said, mountain, Trump. I wonder if Trump would go to like
put himself
on the furthest ends of the earth to be like, yeah, that's it right there, Mount Trump.
Mount Trump more.
Mountain Trump.
They got the orange rock. They got the orange rock formation on the top.
He does think that he's gonna be added to that after he dies. He might actually demand it while he's alive.
Loser of the Vegas draft gets a Trump tattoo.
We'll see.
The Vegas League loser gets Tom Brady tatted.
Oh, I'm winning then.
I don't have any tats.
He's like, I was gonna lose, but now I'm gonna win.
I ain't getting that shit in
that
my body.
case. We can get it done in Vegas.
Touchdown Tom, he can go fuck himself. Pause.
Touchdown Tom.
You just keep growing his legend.
I call him Jerk Off Tommy.
Kelly said, yeah, and white people in mass never lied. The whole country was built off liars from mass.
Yeah.
True, right? All your friends are from
Yeah, you massholes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of massholes in there.
You wanted to smoke, Lee.
Yeah, they firing it up for sure. This guy's going all in on an AI photo. I bet he go to the movie theater and get the senior citizen discount yesterday.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
We got Bogey's son in the building. What's up, AJ?
What's up, AJ?
You better be at work, son.
Neff said, trade with me.
What are you trading?
I've been trying. I want verse off him. Give me Gerald verse. I got Mafe and fucking. Oh, I traded Samson. There you go. Oh yeah, I did trade Samson. Haha. No more Samson for you. Samson can be a thing. Jerome Ford just needs to step aside. Oh, my shit is geek.
Ready to go to the streets, Lee?
I'm always ready.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Well, the Patriots are going to unveil a Jerk Off Tommy statue that will be revealed on 8/8 for the legend.
The legend. Put some respect on his name.
Jerk Off Tommy. That's right. That's his legend. Jerk Off Brady.
Tommy. You don't fuck with Brady at all, huh, big bruh?
Oh, I can't stand those motherfuckers. I don't give a shit who they are. Well, week 1 just got a little more special for Jim Irsay and his family. The Colts are going to introduce him into the Ring of Honor week 1.
Let's get it. Rest in peace to Irsay.
All right.
Well, coming out of Houston, Texans defensive back Jimmy Ward is facing a felony assault family violence charge following his arrest on Thursday.
Hey. Man, hopefully him and his family can get that shit straight.
Well, as for IDP owners of Rams offensive tackle Alaric Jackson, a key member of the offensive line for the Rams, who just signed an extension, is dealing with blood clots once again, similar to the ones he had in 2022.
Offensive line is not defense.
Yeah.
Did you say IDP? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
bad.
So I thought you were talking about a D lineman.
D lineman.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
Is it a D lineman or an O lineman?
O-line, sorry, my bad.
Okay, no worries. We just wanted to get it straight.
Well, speaking of dumbass, Daniel Jones, has a stranglehold on the Colts QB1 spot at this point. All the Colts offensive weapons want him as the starting quarterback in 2025.
Not that it means anything, but because dumbass could probably be way better than AR.
Error.
But he's not even playing. He's like dealing with some injury that's.
Well, speaking of Anthony Richardson.
He's beating no one right now, huh?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
He's sure as hell winning against no one.
Like, yeah, I'd rather have the guy that can actually throw the ball to me right now.
I sent you Danny Dumbass for JK.
Well, as we speak of Anthony Richardson, head coach Shane Steichen said quarterback Anthony Richardson received a second opinion on his shoulder, but surgery is also an option to fix the problem.
Oh, he's done.
No.
He's done.
I'm taking that trade down.
And it's on the. Ain't that his throwing shoulder too?
Yeah, the one that reoccurred last year.
Maybe he should start throwing with his left arm. It might be better.
Now, as for the new Colts, now I was speaking to Bogey about this yesterday. As for the new Colts owner, Carly Irsay Gordon addresses the future of GM Chris Ballard, Shane Steichen, and Anthony Richardson. All of them have to prove themselves this season and are on a very short leash and can be replaced at any time.
Whoa.
Yeah, they should do it. Let's get the whole rebuild started. And they're in prime position to fail this year and get a nice quarterback.
That's why they brought in Danny Dumbass.
Yeah. They didn't sign to a long-term deal. He's only a stopgap quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe he could transition to the backup, but where's his head at? He's only 28 years old and maybe still high on his future. I don't know.
Well, Bogey, your son left a message here.
Let's get it.
Take a look at this one.
Go ahead and read it, Lee.
This motherfucker wants 4 firsts for JT, Jay Cook, and Laporta plus 7.75 TEP. What do y'all fellas say?
Whoa, okay. So you're being offered 4 firsts. And I actually know who that is with 4 firsts. There's only one person who possesses 4 first rounds in that draft. And he wants Laporta and who now?
Jonathan Taylor and James Cook.
Okay.
And Laporta.
Oh, that's not the league I'm in.
Plus 0.75 TEP.
It's not a full tight end.
Go it. Give me 4 firsts.
No, AJ's giving up the 4 firsts.
If you're not competing, maybe. I'm not mad at
And
it.
I don't know if he's talking about 4 literal first or 4 firsts in value. I do that myself. I sometimes look at players. I'm like, okay, especially
you label them
players.
a grade or a
Is it? No, it's straight up 4 first rounds. I don't know.
I mean, this
Team
is
suck
like,
really bad.
okay. Jonathan Taylor. Do you think
If your
this
team
time next
sucks
year
really
he's going
bad, then
for
I'm
first?
keeping those picks.
He did say he's super stacked at wide receiver, but no dabs.
So you're super stacked everywhere, and you have all those first round picks. Why
no
not?
running back. Sorry.
Oh, no running backs.
No running backs.
I really don't care having no running backs. I promise you.
Yeah.
But and also, if he makes this trade, he's probably not trying to compete this year.
Yeah, he is trying to compete because he said he stacked that wide receiver.
He got depth. Okay.
Yeah.
So you bringing in 2 starting running backs and a starting tight end in a little less than a full point for a tight end premium. You know, I mean, he going for the championship this year. That's why he giving up them 4 firsts. If he got 4 firsts, he don't give a fuck about them. He trying to win.
Exactly. He's like his daddy.
Win.
You know what I could do with 4 firsts? I could do some damage too. Like, like not even drafting players with those picks, like flipping them for existing players.
Yeah.
And that's what he's trying to do.
So that's what you need to do, AJ, is hold. And then when the season starts going and you know the value of like certain players and you want to target them instead of taking a risk early now, because 4 first is a high price tag. So that's going to be valuable anytime it's season. I would just cool it and see what you can do.
Do you think you can get a first this time next year for Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, or do a smaller thing and keep some of those firsts for ammunition and later trades. Yeah, you can do that too.
Or you can just target, if you really need a running back, just target either Jonathan Taylor or James Cook 100%. And then you can go get a different tight end. You don't got to give up a first to get Laporta. We don't know what Laporta finna do this year. Right. I mean, we don't know what none of these players is finna do. But
I'm
from his first year to his second year, you know what I mean? Are we looking at for his first year in this year's type of production, or are we gonna get a mixture of last year and his first year? You feel me? So you know what I mean, we don't know what we're getting from SLP 100%.
Yeah.
So if it's really about the running back shit, just go target one of them running backs and keep some of your picks.
So he just said, CD, London, JSN, Waddle, Addison, Pickens, and Rice. Then he
show off.
He goes, I love first, so hell no, I'm not doing it. I just wanted to see what you all wanted.
Yeah. You know what you could do is potentially get a Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs with some of those wide receivers in firsts.
That's true.
He might be able to go after one of those names you just said by pairing up a Taylor and a Laporta and going after like a Bijan, or that feels like an overpay. But with the tight end premium, I feel like that'll get you it for sure. You know what I mean? Like, or at least you get it'll get the gears working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you take some of your least favorite weapons and then you pair it first and see where it goes with the high end RB on maybe a team that doesn't look like they're ready to compete with they're not one of the top 4 or whatever, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Will Travis Hunter, the number 2 overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, still hasn't signed his rookie contract with Jacksonville and has not agreed to terms based on the number of factors, including when the signing bonus is going to be paid out.
You know what's crazy? Why is he out there practicing?
Exactly.
Like, what if he gets hurt and he hasn't even signed his shit? Like, what happens then?
They said fucking Shamar was out there as well.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
it's just purely a contract dispute on their rookie deal versus, hey, I'm not gonna get out there at all until you give me my bread. I guess OTAs, no one should die in OTA, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Who just tore their ACL? What's his name? Washington, the tight end from Steelers.
Oh, you're talking
Washington?
about
Darnell
Washington tore his knee.
Oh no,
yeah, bro.
no.
That's
Parham.
why
Former
I
Charger.
have them looking at Mercedes Lewis.
No, it was Donald Parham.
Oh, Parham.
Oh, never mind.
The former Charger.
Yeah.
Hey.
You brought that up like a couple of shows ago, huh, Lee?
Yeah, I don't know. You
about a
said
week and a half.
Darnell Parham. I heard Darnell Washington. You know, I'm a psychopath.
Well, speaking of Washington, Aaron Rodgers compares him to Mercedes Lewis.
Oh, word. Okay, look at that. Big dog. New big dog. I mean,
That
he's
was
a
one of the pieces of
phenomenal
news.
walker.
While you brought his name, I'm like, hey, I'll bring it up. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has been very impressed with him in OTAs and compares him to Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah, that dude is like 6'7", bro. 6'6", 6'7". They call his nickname is the sixth offensive lineman.
Yeah.
They call him 6-0.
Come on.
What's up, 6-0?
Well, Cameron Jordan of the Saints is calling for the Saints to sign Jameson Winston.
Get the game back together.
Yeah, you know what? If they have any doubt in signing Jameis Winston, don't talk to him, because the moment you talk to him, he's gonna dazzle you with his speech. He's a motivational speaker.
Well, Nick Chubb generated a lot of interest from the Saints before signing with the Texans.
Okay. He was getting interest from the Saints, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's with the Texans now.
Well, as we were speaking about Bengals first round Shamir Stewart, he can opt out of his whatever his stupid name is.
You called him Shamir, basically.
He called his name stupid.
His name is Shamar, goddammit.
Shamar. I got a bunch of them. Well,
Shemar.
Well, how would we call it she?
Yeah, she in his name.
How we calling she?
Why you gotta get so fancy with it?
Well, he can
Shamar.
opt out of his contract.
That's how I was gonna say it.
That's how you know we all rock. That's how I heard it too in my head.
Hey, bro.
Shemar.
He can opt out of his contract and sit out the entire 2025 season
Dickhead.
and re-enter the 2026 draft.
Why the fuck does this guy just where does he get off just making an organization burn the first? He burn their first pick, then he goes in there talking shit too. Like, look, they ain't even paying Trey. But you just got there. Don't call by his first name.
Yeah, he said they're focused on winning arguments, not winning games.
Yeah, but see, they trying to put a stipulation in his shit, and they ain't never did that to none of their first round picks in the last few drafts.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's what's so fucked up. They trying to pull a tactic on him, and the cold thing is
they tried to give him a bunch of old TVs, didn't they?
No, they're saying they can renege.
I think his agent represents Trey Henderson too.
Oh no, they just.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say so. And I heard that Shamar Stewart's fucking agent is only like 30 years old. You know what I mean? The young bull out here bucking up, you know, trying to make a name for himself.
Oh, I guess it couldn't be his nephew. He's like the same age.
Well, Houston Texans wide receiver Jaden Higgins has been so impressive in minicamp that he's pushing for a starting role that he could clinch that spot by the second week of minicamp.
I mean, it doesn't take too much of a deep, insightful thought when you look at the roster and see him. How do you keep him off the field? Is more of a question. It's a win-win situation, and I don't know if we've gone.
We did the
gone and
23
talked
and me.
about this, but
They're twins.
They're twins. The 23 and me. Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
They're twins.
Well,
and Jalen.
Washington Commanders sophomore Jaden Daniels reportedly wants Washington to re-sign Terry McLaurin now and get him in camp because he's worried about, chemistry.
I like it. Saying the right things.
Yeah.
Terry's like, he texted JD5 said, "Hey, look, youngster, I appreciate that, but hold on, bro. All
Here we
right,
go, y'all.
let me get my bag."
Let's give the rookie some love, man.
Yeah,
this is pre-hype right here, man. He's out there making plays.
Just like us.
Yeah, man.
CJ. On the line.
Go.
Let's get it, man.
Right back to it.
Come on now.
Top
As for
fantasy offense.
Falcons quarterback crazy Kirk Cousins has indicated he has accepted his status as the backup in Atlanta moving forward and is willing to move
What if he
forward.
didn't accept it?
Yep. But Cousins said he still wants to play and views himself as a starting caliber quarterback, but no trade materialized in this offseason.
Shout out to Brandon, man. He said, yeah.
Like the soul.
Hey, but what would Atlanta do if they was to ship him off? It's like, who's behind Quirky Kirk? And, we have to have two quarterbacks on our roster, even if especially if we got playoff aspirations. You feel me? Because, I keep referencing this shit when in NFC Championship against the Eagles, bruh. C-Mac.
We had the legendary journeyman
quarterback.
Josh
came in, just handing the ball off, couldn't throw the ball. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. You definitely got to have you a solid backup, bro. So what the fuck? But he'd make 160-something million as a backup.
Well, if anybody sees Kirk Cousins, tell him I was trying to holler at him, bro. Let me hold something, bro.
I think he owed me some. I think he owed me something from back in the day when I used to move through Michigan, and he's 420 friendly.
That's right.
I think I remember you, Kirk, from back in the day.
Hey, Kirk Cousins got a mattress joint, bro. Let me get a couple mattresses. You know what I mean? Go ahead and throw $100K large in that motherfucker
inside the mattress,
like the old days.
Oh, well,
the Cleveland Browns reportedly could see the possibility that Shedeur Sanders could back up Joe fucked up Flacco. Flacco.
He did a sound effect. Yeah, hey, look. Hey, Shedeur, I feel like they're trying to shine up Shedeur as much as possible, and they're going to flip him. Am I crazy, or am I just thinking like fantasy football?
I think they're going to flip Gabriel.
But no one wants him, bro.
I know.
At least Shedeur will put some fans in the stands. You know what I mean? He's an attraction.
Man, they say that motherfucker got the highest selling jersey.
Word.
One of them.
I wonder if it's the orange version.
I want one.
I know the orange looks.
I know if he make the team, man, that motherfucker gonna come out with some of them Deions, man, and that colorway gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my mama, I ain't gonna lie, I need
that would be hard though.
Oh, everything.
You come out with the Deions with the orange and the brown and the white.
Oh my goodness.
Now, as for the Saints wide receiver Chris El Casto Alave says he wants to be in New Orleans for the rest of his career, and there's no truth to the trade.
You know where you are. New
Orleans. What time of the day is it?
What is your name, Chris?
I don't know. He needs to ring the bell. Ring the bell.
He's hella confused.
Yeah. He's dazed and confused.
Brandon said, like I said, Falcons could have saved so much bread if they signed Flacco behind Penix instead of Cuzzo's.
You know, they could have easily sent Cuzzo to the Browns with Kevin Stefanski. I mean, they played together. He coached Cousins in Minnesota for some odd years before he went over to Cleveland. So there was a correlation there, but also Wacko Flacco did take them to the playoffs. So you know,
Brandon said, but they need Cousins to come back in and break all of Matt Ryan's records in front of him on Matt Ryan's night.
Matt Ryan's records doesn't seem like they're that hard to break neither.
And Minnesota Den said the Browns is going to flip Super Bowl winning quarterback Kenny Pickett.
What, for a bag of dimes?
They gonna flip me
man,
for
top of
another
the morning,
they
Denny.
gave up.
What are they gonna flip me for? A pound of burgers?
Talk
What
about
kind
it.
of burgers are we talking about? Wagyu?
No.
Like some fancy shit?
He ain't worth the filet mignon.
Hey, Marathon Smash Burgers, top of the line shit. They are Wagyu beef.
Filet mignon burger. I might do that.
Well, as for Gang
Pickett's on the block.
in the house, Mr. Kitty Cat, the Jets' Garrett Wilson has extremely been very impressive in camp.
He's trying to get that money.
Yeah. And as for Jets running back Breece Hall, when he came up in trade rumors before the draft, fueled reports that he would be available. Well, head coach Aaron Glenn called him to reassure him that the team was not going to get rid of him.
Good. Okay. Run him into the absolute dirt.
Yeah.
So we can get mad fantasy production.
And as they're saying, the Jets quarterback Justin Fields says his chemistry with wide receiver Garrett Wilson has remained
we're just
strong.
getting really fancy chemistry.
Yeah, noting the two quickly reconnected and haven't skipped a beat since reuniting in New York.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, we love those. This is the thing in the league that actually works. You get some college buddies together that were actually like cool. It doesn't work when you get, Jalen Waddle with Tua, because Waddle's like, man, fuck. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, what can you give me with Jalen Hurts? Like, that because they were cool like that. You know what I mean? But when you get someone like Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow, because they was cool like that. Or even, even Kyler Murray, what was it? Who was with Hollywood Brown before?
Hollywood, wasn't he with
Lamar?
Yeah, he was with Lamar. Then he was he was with Kyler for a second.
Kyler for a hot
because Kyler was like, get me my boy from college. And it worked out when he was healthy. So I like this a lot. You know what I mean? There should be some, like they said, there's already an immediate rekindle of the chemistry they had. So let's go.
Well, Davante Adams says he feels rejuvenated with the Rams and that it is a big difference compared to what he's been dealing with in the past few years.
Who's this?
Davante Adams.
I mean,
feels rejuvenated here, man.
Devontae can we say that Davante Adams is in the best situation he's ever been in his whole career? Is that crazy to say?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Now,
if you want to win one, how about that?
There is some good news for people.
He's had like an all-time top 10 or something.
Yeah, he's had an all-time top 10 finish. Yeah,
like
with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it was.
Now
I don't know, but for me in my career of fantasy football, I think that's one of the most consistent best. Him and Mike Evans, and I give the edge to Adams over Evans.
I would say for fantasy, he had his best times his best spots was with Rodgers, where Rodgers going to get like 17 targets or something like that. I'm talking about like this is the best situation he's ever been in to go get one, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, to win.
Well, there is some good news for BTJR owners. There was a video surfaced that showing that he landed pretty badly on his shoulder. The good news is he avoided a serious injury on Wednesday and will be fine.
Damn it. Why'd you have to say that news? I was trying to trade for BTJ everywhere just in case they were watching right now. They'd be like, oh, he's just fine.
Brandon said that's what happened last year on Matt Ryan's night. Cousins broke all of Matt Ryan's single game records, going for 500 plus and erasing his single game records for the Falcons in front of him. Cold world beat the Bucks and
they got in a fight after that, huh? Hey, Matt Ryan, he has his own beer. I think he has his own IPA, so I could see him really just drunk and angry.
Matt Ryan got his own beer?
Yeah, something like that.
And he has his own. He has some hard liquor, I believe, too.
Hey, Lee, isn't he? I know he went to BC. Is he from the New England area?
Yeah, his wife. That's where he met his wife.
No, is he from there though? I think he's a good old boy from the South, isn't he? Could have swore. Heard him talk like.
Let me look that stuff up for you. Hold on.
Because he did play for Boston.
Yeah, he went
Boston.
to
Boston. Who fatted in the cat?
Who fatted? Who flatulated?
when Lee says that the commercial for the
it's your cousin.
the Boston Loggers. What is it? Sam Adams. He sounds like the guy on the commercial. You sound just like the guy on the commercial, bro. That shit is crazy.
It's him.
Well, Matt Ryan was born in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Exington, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, so he don't got. Yeah, he's a real blue collar.
Yep.
He's a yinzer. Is that what they're called? Yinzers?
Yeah. Now, as for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers reportedly wants the
he's just the segue king.
Add former Browns Amari Cooper.
Oh wow,
that's the player
nice under the radar move if they do that.
He's one of the best route runners in the last 10 years.
Well, as for the New York Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors, he is progressing in his recovery from toe injury that lingered him throughout last season, according to head coach Brian Daboll.
He got that Deion Sanders toe. It better not be, because if it is, it's a wrap.
Damn. Who got the toe right now?
Yeah. Well, Arizona Cardinals running back Trey Benson told the team.
Who was it? Will who?
It was Neighbors. It's Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Oh, no.
Now, as for Arizona Cardinals running back Trey Benson, he told the Arizona team's website that he added 9 pounds of muscle since last season. He also noted that his explosiveness metrics have improved noticeably.
So is he now whopping 198 pounds?
Soaking wet? I don't know.
What is Trey Benson's build? Pause. Like, is he like a scat backy build or like?
Let me take a look.
He's not built like James Conner. James Conner's a beast.
Trey Benson's built like a 3-down back.
Okay, so he's like what, 210, 220?
6 foot 216.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Okay.
Sleeper has him as
they said he gained 9 pounds, so he might be like over 220 now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Oh, I might be mistaking it for Mercado, D Mercado.
Yeah,
little guy. Yeah, we don't see too much Trey Benson, huh?
Nah, we showing the hell haven't.
It's kind of hard when you have James Conner paid and they just keep feeding him and he just keeps like working.
I think there was 1 week last year where he got double-digit touches and did something.
He did work.
Yeah.
You were the Trey Benson guy last year. I saw there was a couple spots I saw you take Trey Benson and swing around and take Conner in the dynasty startups. I was like, smart. Make sure you get the young guy first. And then everyone continues to hate James Conner and it comes back to you. You're like, yes, worked out. Because I was in that mix too. I saw, he took Trey Benson before Conner. Then Conner passes me twice on purpose. I'm like, fuck him. I was like, that's pretty smart.
As for Cowboys cornerback Trevon Diggs, he's shooting to be back for week 1.
He's never around, is he?
No. Now, I do have some Chicago Bear news if the commission's in the house. What up, Peacock?
Peacock!
Make sure to check on neonpeacockmerch.com. He has a sale going on.
The promo code, is it everything 15?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
or
promo
code
everything 15. We got 15% off everything. You know what I'm saying? Go and get your pops something nice. You know what I mean? Maybe get you a Bogey
Father's Day weekend.
A mug for your pops. You know what I mean? He's gonna be like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Now, as for the Chicago Bears, Luther Burden undisclosed
Lex
injury
Luther Burden
has missed time from the offseason because of an injury, is expected to be ready for the start of training camp, according to the head coach.
Hey, Big Bro said it's summer 15 is the promo code.
Summer 15.
There you go.
That's what I thought. I knew Peacock told me last
it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom of the screen.
Hey, look at that. If only I could read.
Hey, only on the GWN, y'all.
Yeah.
It was a test that we all failed.
Now
we got Breland Johnston in the building, one of Lee's favorite fans.
Was headed. Johnston in the building.
As for the Chicago Bears tight end Colston Loveland, his shoulder is still recovering from a shoulder injury, and head coach Ben Johnson would not say if Loveland will be a full participant when training camp begins.
Damn.
I'm okay
already.
Now
he's the first round pick. They're not gonna fuck him up.
They're not gonna rush him back. Yeah.
They're not gonna fuck him up.
Now, as for Browns, Myles Garrett on Aaron Rodgers, he joined the Steelers. I think it's a good opportunity to put him in my graveyard at Halloween.
Yeah, and this is it's cool because years ago he showed up on Halloween dressed as the Grim Reaper, and on the back of his cloak or whatever they call it, right? He had all this fancy stitching. It was a graveyard and had all the names of the QBs that
he has it in his front yard.
Yeah, and he has gravestones in his front yard
all
of all
the quarterbacks he sacked,
all the QBs that he sacked. So he doesn't have Aaron Rodgers in the graveyard yet.
Now, I am going to give you my daily Charger news that you guys don't like to hear.
All right, hurry up with it.
Okay. Now, the Chargers and the Browns have been in trade talks.
Oh, this one's good.
The Browns could trade David Njoku to the Chargers in exchange for a 2026 fifth-round pick.
And Quinn Johnston?
No, it's just a...
He's like, you don't want to let him go, huh?
Hey, that'd be a damn good move for y'all, bro.
It would. He would probably be the tight end one, I would feel.
Greg Roman is the guy who's competed. He's coached the team that competed against that player, so he knows what what kind of caliber of tight end he is.
Go back to the Vernon Davis and Delaney Walker days in Frisco, bro. The way that he used them motherfucking tight ends. Then you got the motherfucking Ravens days with Mark Andrews, bro.
Shit, man, you could even go back to the Bills days with Greg Roman when we had Charles Clay. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember Clay definitely from Miami too.
They had some games there because they used the tight end in that system. So you get Njoku over there, that's pretty badass.
Well, only
thing is, ain't it a contract year for him? So that fifth ain't shit because y'all gotta pay him. So if you trade him, you paying him too.
Exactly.
And if they trade for him, they can pay him.
We have the highest cap space next year in the league next year.
There's literally, except for maybe Derwin James and Justin Herbert, Derwin James. I think Slater. Did they pay him yet?
No, we haven't paid him yet. But he's
paid him yet. So, and if you do trade for Njoku, I swear to God, he'll be so happy. He'll play the last year out in his contract over there. You probably don't have to pay him right away.
Hey, what's the name of the other tackle y'all drafted last year?
We got Joe Alt.
Joe Alt and his slate, man. See, y'all motherfuckers, boy.
They're nasty over there, huh? Too bad they're just cursed.
Yeah, go get Njoku, Lee.
Well, as speaking of Greg Roman, Greg Roman said this of Mario Hampton. He called him the total package. He called him the total package. He says you don't see a lot of guys find a hole, pause, like he's doing right now.
Good pause. Good pause.
That was a fucking tremendous pause. Hey, you killed that one. Let's go.
I made sure to put it in my notes, put a pause.
He started getting tore up on other people's
let's go.
Now, as for Los Angeles Chargers tight end Oronde Gadsden II has been very impressive during minicamp. Offensive coordinator Greg Roman remarked that he thinks Gadsden will ascend quickly and be starting in the beginning of the season.
So granted, if they don't get Njoku.
And he out there outperforming the Disman.
Hey, somebody in the heart to start. Because I picked up Gadsden. Somebody
they have
sent me a third for him. And I rejected it. Then now I sent it back, and now it's just sitting there. I'm like, fuck, I should have took that shit.
Now, as for Denver Broncos wide receiver Devon Vele, he has an undisclosed injury and did not participate in minicamp.
His name is Pat Bryant. Let's fucking go.
I agree. And let's get our man RJ.
Let's go.
Now,
I'm sorry, Valley.
RJ.
You're so old. The 27-year-old sophomore.
Hey, I'm getting better with the pauses, man.
He was trending like shit this last week, and I was getting worried about my Pat Bryants.
Well, the Green Bay Packers are looking to convert wide receiver Bo Melton into a cornerback.
What the fuck?
Good for him because he's really not that good of
Are they trying to move Malik Willis that bad? I mean, this is an organization that turned a Ty Montgomery receiver into a Ty Montgomery running back.
All right.
Experience as running back, and they switched.
Malik Willis did do a good job at quarterback, but while he was with Tennessee, I always felt like, fuck it, make him a fucking running back. Who, I don't know, like, guy's got talent when he's running with the ball. Maybe he could be a pretty decent Running back or tight end.
Well, the 5 teams that have made initial inquiries for cornerback Jair Alexander are the Vikings, Falcons, Rams, Commanders, and Panthers.
Sorry, I was really saying what? I couldn't hear you.
What the fuck?
No, is it run that back?
I always run it back.
Pause.
I did pause.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fucking make this beat red. Holy shit.
Go on, Lee.
All right. Well, the 5 teams that made initial inquiries for cornerback Jair Alexander are the Vikings.
What?
Falcons.
What?
Rams.
What?
Commanders.
What?
And the Panthers.
What? That last one's with a question mark.
Yeah. And veteran defensive end Zadarius Smith says he wants to re-sign with the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, didn't they draft an edge too? No?
I think so.
I think Zadarius Smith will be way more effective opposite of Aiden Hutchinson this time around.
All right. Well, Carl's got a question for us here.
Sure.
It says, rank who will be the top 3 point getters this season amongst rookie running backs.
Well, J.T. is the obvious number one.
Yeah, Genty's a slam dunk right there. And then
Hampton?
I'll go with Henderson.
Henderson?
I expect Henderson to catch like 50-plus balls. Is that crazy?
Henderson,
is that like far-fetched? That offense does it. Josh McDaniels throws at the running backs on early downs, especially not just on third down. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like Henderson. He could pass pro too. JD, he always points this out. JD actually got it from MJD, who MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew, is the shout to MJD. That's the friend of the show. And he was pounding the table for Henderson being the best running back in this class all around. Genty's awesome, but he said Henderson because the pass pro, especially, like that's going to keep you on the field too. So, yeah, Henderson.
Top 3 point getters. Point getters means more than like just talent. So I'm going J.T. I'm going. Shoot, fucking 4 days ago it was RJ Harvey.
Yeah, come on, I'm still with it, bro.
Fuck.
I got RJ3, and nothing changed for me. 2018. If anyone wants to go back and look at 2018, Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara under Sean Payton, they were the 4th most of all time rush attempts as a team. And they obviously led the league that year in rushing touchdowns and all this shit as well. But 4th overall of all time, most rush attempts for a team. It's pretty cool. So like Sean Payton, you know what I mean? He definitely has it in the repertoire to feed multiple backs. And like, I just think this is more of an indictment on my man, Steve Urkel, Jaleel McLaughlin than it is for old RJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gadaboo, and then I guess an honorable mention to Ollie Gordon when HN and whoever the fuck else is out there gets hurt.
I mean, look, you have Alexander Madison, who's probably going to replace Mostert, but I feel like this is where Ollie Gordon has a chance to be that role. You know what I mean? Because Alexander Madison is not a world beater, and Mostert knew that system before he got there, and he definitely took advantage of every touch he had. So Ollie Gordon is their guy. If they love Jalen Wright so much, they wouldn't have drafted Gordon this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jalen Wright's a decent player. I think he'll get an opportunity before Ollie Gordon, but he's also like small. So it's
Gordon's a big.
It's just assuming that my idea of a small running back lasting the whole season.
It's a weird to me. Yeah, that's why as much as like Achan is awesome, I just don't have any Achan because like the moment I have him, he dies on me.
Yep, that's what
he will die on me. He'll do good for you guys. Die on me.
Emil has a good one. Emil's got the Caleb Johnson choice.
Yeah, I like that one.
I do. Out of all of the, because I didn't get any JT, but I did get some of the running backs, and Caleb Johnson's the only rookie that I have actually starting at RB2. The other ones are sitting on the bench. They're going to have to prove themselves or earn a role somewhere.
I got Genty, Henderson, and Judkins for me.
Okay, well, that's kind of how it was drafted, wasn't it? Or it was Judkins first and then Henderson. But every fantasy football fan had Henderson over Judkins. It's just the Browns didn't. I don't know.
Well, the reason why I didn't put Hampton is I see him as a second half.
Too.
The reason I didn't put Hampton in there is because I see him as a second half darling.
Emil said Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, that's what the shout out to Emil. Caleb Johnson's a good one. As I said, that's the only rookie
you
running
can skip
back
that one.
Starting at an RB2.
Yeah.
I don't have JT, but
Yeah, I ain't got no shares of Genty.
I got 2 shares. That's not bad.
Shout out to Smokey the Cat, man. He said happy early Father's Day to all the dads.
All the dads in our channel.
Let's get it, man. Happy Father's Day to everybody, man.
yeah.
To Peacock, to Kidda, to Bogey, and to JD, and to all Steamboat and all the other guys.
Let's
Happy
get
Father's
it.
Day.
Good looking, Big Paul.
Happy Father's Day weekend to everybody. It is pretty cool. Every year they ask me, what do you want to do? I do nothing.
I'm going to go look for a Peacock.
Nothing is like what I want to do all the time if I get a choice. You know? Oh, if it's up to me, I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
And they go, where do you want to eat? Oh, whatever you guys want to eat.
What the hell was that?
That's the Cam Scottable drop.
Oh my God! I thought they were stuck on my iPad.
I'm the scat, man. Hey, Peacock been in this motherfucker working, bro.
Hey, that's Lee in the beginning of that song. The scat man.
Oh shit! Peacock said my video job was a SpaceX lawsuit out here in Brownsville next to SpaceX. That's crazy.
Wow. Because
oh shit,
a piece of something flew in their shit probably.
Settled. Whatever.
What if the hell? Really petty. It's like every morning they're launching those damn rockets and I can't sleep.
Animal paws.
Yo, Peacock, I need a shirt. My dog humping my leg and it says animal paws.
Yeah.
Oh,
how many are you gonna buy?
He's the one who's asking for it.
You can put like PAWS, like animal paws. Yeah.
He's gotta be winking.
Or it could be like a silhouette. You could be like a silhouette, like kind of like a bathroom, you know, like how when you see the man bathroom or the woman bathroom, it's like that. But it's like the dude he's getting this dog.
Hey, at least my dog had her YouTube moment.
At least they had their moment, yes.
And the funniest thing is too, because he'll be like in pants with no socks, and he's letting the dog go. Only on the GW.
Peacock said Musk is self-insured for $200 million. That's just like $2.
His assets are worth a lot of money, but this homie's not worth that much money.
Listen, he got $200 million just for these lawsuits, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead and give
I think that's how much.
What Trump have? Isn't that how much he lost in Tesla today?
That ain't nothing, bro.
Stock dropped. They said that motherfucker dropped like $34 billion in one day.
What?
He bought Twitter for like 40 for how much? Like 400 million.
What happened?
How much he buy Twitter for? Some bees?
Oh, I forget.
I don't know exactly what he paid for it, but he had to pay a grip.
It was like 40 bees.
Saying that you get some tax rebate for EV. So nobody wants an EV anymore. There's no
we were just talking about that yesterday. They're gonna shout out to Slim.
Shout out.
All right, he paid $44 billion for
there it is.
Damn.
And that motherfucker, right when he bought that bitch, he let Alex Jones back on that motherfucker.
He was like, Alex Jones is hilarious. Bring him back.
They did a Twitter space with him, Alex Jones. What's the one dude named him and his brother? They in fuck.
Yeah. Hold on. They're in Romania.
They in Romania on my mama. They was on that motherfucker. They was all doing a Twitter X page with Elon on that joint. That shit, hey, it was kind of cool though. But they was getting kind of heated in that motherfucker too though.
Andrew Tate, for real, right? That's
Andrew Tate. Yep. Good looking big bro.
Okay. That's only one letter away from Tate.
44 billion on my mama. Dropping the
ball.
He had it on him too. 44 billion? Hold on. He just he pulled it out the pockets.
Big bro said no, just a little fender bender between a food vendor who was selling their stuff to the workers and somebody else in the parking lot.
So Tesla, like they couldn't.
Where was the Tesla sensors on that one?
Oh man.
Where's the AI? Where's the AI at to prevent
that one?
Oh my mama.
Yeah.
They should have AI in their fucking parking lot, Elon.
He's like, look, I'm the food truck guy. These are part of my demands for the settlement. I want a Tesla food truck.
Facts.
Right?
With Tesla robots making the fucking
Tesla
food, bro.
Making this I want the Tesla robots. They whipping up all the food. I'm big baking it.
Come on now.
I'm just watching it all make my money, robots.
Wait, nah, fuck that. You know what? Elon's so motherfucking rich. Why is food trucks coming up there? They should just have a free food restaurant and shit for the workers. Cuisine. What the fuck?
That's because Elon doesn't give a shit about his workers.
No, he just no.
It's true.
He's too much in bed.
The real Elon died long.
I'm gonna go there.
This has been the state of the art, high level technology here we're seeing.
With the AI shit?
Yeah, the real Elon's been dead. This is like a bio / cybernetic.
That motherfucker might got 5 of himself.
You ain't lying, huh?
He just recharged the batteries every fucking day.
Well,
the one Elon is good for 24 hours, and then it comes another one.
Elon never even looked like that. He's just in the middle of a command center controlling
I got some
all
breaking news for you, fellas,
man. And then only reason why he showed that black eye is to show us that he tried to show us he's a real life human. You're lying, bro.
He was like, look, Amber Heard beat me up too. It's not just you, Johnny.
Hey, did you guys hear about Antonio Brown is wanted by authorities for attempted murder?
He did the shit on camera.
He's hot, bro.
He did. He shot the water.
Security guards.
He shot the water gun on camera, bro.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He popped him on camera.
Hey,
this is another situation, not the one where he was popping off in the crowd when they were trying to jack him for his chain.
Nah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Damn, AB, don't stop.
It says for shooting at a celebrity boxing event last month.
Oh, yeah, that was the same event. Okay.
Neon was there. What's the other dude named that be having Charleston White, the little young streamer? Aiden. Oh, my mom. It was Aiden Ross and Neon and all the big streamers at that joint. Matter of fact, when it happened, he walked back inside on the stream and was talking about, he said that he blamed it on CTE. It was CTE that made me pop him.
I love it. Now he's using it.
Hey, bruh, it's cold.
I love Antonio Brown. He's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Now he's using the CTE to do wild shit.
Yeah, but they're hunting his ass down.
He needs a TV show.
They're gonna bring him in and book him. They're hunting his ass down right now.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
If Antonio Brown had a live stream and it was just called Ask Antonio, that would be lit.
The name of his podcast is CTESPN. Oh my mama, he be interviewing motherfuckers and shit, man. His podcast kind of cool.
ESPN, bro, I love it.
Oh my mama.
I bet you he came up with that. I bet you he came up with that himself. That's how brilliant he is.
100%. You know he did. Oh my mama.
He was like, remember he got busted for busting the rabbit on old girl's back. And I think his comments were like, "That's what you're supposed to do." I was like, shot the load on her back. He's like, "That's standard."
Oh wow.
Remember, that's why the Patriots dropped him. They traded for him. Remember that? First of all, Antonio Brown, he was on a crazy rampage even before they traded him. He dyed his hair blonde and the mustache blonde.
This is just coming out. Many NFL high executives say the Dolphins could be parting ways with Tyreek Hill soon. The 49ers and the Chiefs are the teams rumored.
The Chiefs
want to try to give Jalen Waddle a chance to shine at wide receiver 1.
Okay, here we go. Here go to Antonio Brown shit right here, y'all. Oh, he's scuffling. Now he's gonna go back in the inside and go grab the thing. Walk it. There you go, right there. I ain't gonna let it play, but you see him running towards, and then
that's his CTE talking.
Shooting even.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let that shit play, but yeah, y'all.
He start banging it like it's a game. CTE, cuz. Doop. He started throwing it up, huh?
Hey, Peacock said Musk likes the Sapiro Papas and tacos. That's why they be having the taco truck on the parking lot.
Hey, you ain't lying, huh? He's like, hey, he's like, look, I'm not a robot. I'm regular.
Oh my good. Oh, I got the hiccups like a motherfucker. My bad.
Having on them food trucks goes crazy. It's dangerous though.
Carl said, I bet Judkins and Caleb Johnson gets more fantasy points than Genty this year. That's a hot take.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, because the Genty thing is like, unless he's a terrible bust, like, how are you going to keep the ball out of his hands less than 20 times?
There's nobody to share with there.
Right. And then the other two, they have somebody to share with.
Remember how good A.J. Dillon was supposed to be? And then Aaron Rodgers said early on with A.J. Dillon, he would have AJ, in the backfield with him, and he would have his hands behind his back like this before he takes the snap, and he'll point with his thumb whichever way AJ's supposed to run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
AJ didn't know what to do, and it took him a while to learn. But he was such a just a pure talent. They're like, okay, I'm just gonna tell you where to go, and then I'm gonna give you the rock. You know what I mean? And like. I could, hopefully Caleb Johnson isn't that, is what I'm saying. Because then this could be like, he could be the top 3 finisher at that position of all the rookies. He's on a team that he's in a system that just produced 1,000-yard Najee and even 1,000-yard Tyler Albubu back in Atlanta before they drafted Bijan. The Caleb Johnson reminds me of a better version of both those guys. Like it's almost like this is Arthur Smith's type right here. You know what I mean? So I do like it, but they loved some Jalen Warren there, and I hate that.
Yeah,
and he's probably gonna kill those wide receiver screens from Aaron Rodgers.
Does enough right. Well,
yeah.
Peacock said he just hit a traffic jam on the way home. On my mama, punk shit.
It's crazy because like in LA and all the sanctuary states, it's going crazy. It's just traffic because of all the protests everywhere and shit.
It's always traffic in LA.
Yeah, that's true.
It's unavoidable. Be like 3 a.m. Sunday morning. You're like, whoa.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we went from I remember we were in San Diego and we were going to Six Flags. So we're going north now. And that shit is probably like an hour if there's no traffic. It took us 3 hours, bro. And this is before like it'll tell you, oh, take these side streets and give you another route. We're just in the traffic. You know what I mean?
San Diego, motherfucking Magic Mountain?
Well, because my boy, this is when we were like 18, 19 years old, like all of us. And my boy, he was, I guess we were 19. But he was at Camp Pendleton. He was stationed over there. So we would just go stay with him over there on the base anytime we went down. You know what I mean?
That's
we were definitely going to Tijuana all the time. TJ's is the shit. So that was partly why we would stay there too in Camp Pendleton because it's just right there.
Big bro said it's bumper to bumper, and I'm always pushing like 85 through this motherfucker. Then he said,
That's people.
People are reversing on the on ramp right now. Like, man, fuck that. We ain't getting stuck in this shit.
Yeah, Apple Maps is telling you there's a big delay. So, yeah, that'll happen.
Could be a fresh accidente.
Yeah.
Hey, Lee, ain't no news on Keenan Allen?
No, he's still a free agent.
He still looks 60 in the face.
Damn.
That fried fart can go somewhere else.
Hey, when you were saying that same shit about Mike Williams, and when they brought him back, you were like, "Oh yeah."
Well, there's rumors that Mike Williams can be cut.
Is it?
I'm just saying that he's gonna hate him again.
I saw it
Like, fuck
yesterday. I was in the Chargers group. There's rumors that he could be cut.
Yeah, he sucks.
I mean, duh, Trey Harris.
So
Trey Harris.
basically, hey,
I mean, I guess I could see them keeping Mike Williams because
as an insurance, but
Mike Williams was over there on like what, a veteran min?
Yeah, he was kind of dirty.
What do you need him for? Release him?
Why?
He'll go unsigned, and then when you need him again, you re-sign him.
I know he's a used BMW, but he's broken goods.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? The other rookie and
Lambert Smith.
Yeah. What they talking about with him?
They're saying he's having a hell of a camp, and he has a great connection with Herbert too. So I don't know what that's going to be. I mean, they're on rookie contracts, but let me see what Mike Williams' deal was. I know it was a 1 year cheap ass piece of shit.
They can't all be good.
I think they got I think they got Lambert Smith in the the 5th round.
I think the 5th or 6th round, yeah.
5th or 6th.
All right. Mike Williams signed for $6 million.
Oh shit. They ain't cutting him.
No. Unless they trade him or something for something. I don't know. No.
Peacock said they shut down the left 2 lanes for construction for the next 2 miles. Oh my goodness. That is stop and go. Then he said they should have just kept Josh Palmer on everything. But I mean, you got the I think Bogey said Trey Harris. You took him. They took him in the 2nd or the 3rd. In the 2nd round, Lee?
Trey Harris was 2nd, like McConkey.
Yep. High draft capital right there. Fucking QJ. QJ Lee been reporting on QJ looking better.
Who? Q-Tip?
Q-Tip. Shout out to Tribe Called Quest, man. Yeah. They believing in the young bulls that they got. If Lambert Smith make the team and he gets on that field, because like I was saying, you got Josh's vacated 65, but the only motherfuckers on there that really did damage in the receiving game was the rookie last year. Then you had QJ with 91 targets. Then you had Disley and Palmer, and all they had was 64 and 65 targets with those two did. So it's like it was a big drop off in the fucking receiving game. So it's a lot of opportunity for Trey Harris, Lambert Smith, QJ to get better. You know what I mean? 100%.
Hey, JD. Don't worry, I went through my Vegas bag yesterday, and your hand is all packed up and ready to go.
Fella, come on now.
And I expect to see you on a couple of shows.
Oh, my mama, big B's. My mama, good looking, big man. I appreciate you, man. Let me take this call. I'll be right back.
Kiddo, when's the next game you're going to see San Diego? How many games you go to a year?
Well, I was invited to go to. It was a Thursday night, so I was, and I think it's next week, but
you got to work.
Have to work, yeah.
Yeah.
And if it came to time off, God damn, it sounds so good too. Like going to Padre Dodger game in Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium. Next week they got a midweek series. I think it's a 3-game series.
That Padres Dodgers rivalry now reminds me of the '90s Red Sox Yankees. They're that good to watch now.
Really?
A little bit. It's an exciting game to watch series wise. I mean, for me to compare it to my team against, because I like watching good teams. You know what I'm trying to say? You're gonna get something good to watch.
I don't know. Maybe the on-field rivalry is it's somewhat there. I think the fans' perspective, it's definitely Dodgers, Giants. Those are the main rivals, and then as of late, the Padres have been competitive.
Yeah, they have been.
Dodgers have always been our rivals.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like the same thing at the with your Chargers, where you have such little respect from the other teams that they don't really view you as like a rival.
But you know what? You guys are a big market team. That's what I don't understand.
Well, we're only a big market team in maybe like attendance in terms of like ownership, like our
spending,
like the wealth that we have.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
We're in the middle of the pack. I think the last number I saw was 18th.
What?
So we're in the top bottom half.
Oh, so you're like in the middle of the pack. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought being out in California, you guys would get a lot of, you guys got a lot of games out there, but you got the Dodgers to deal with and the Giants and shit. That's crazy.
And yeah, but the organization is funded through ownership. So ownership.
Oh yeah.
The wealth of the ownership matters, and our ownership, they don't really. They're not the wealthiest group, but they as you can see, it's like anybody that owns a professional sports team, they generally have enough money to make things happen. So yeah, exactly. The last few years they have had a payroll that's been higher than any other San Diego teams in history by a long shot. But that doesn't mean that baseball teams. Baseball is not poor. Baseball is making a lot of money. NFL is making a lot of money. I'm sure the NBA is probably. I don't pay attention, but the NBA's got to be making a bunch of money. Even the NHL, they keep expanding. And Canada loves hockey. You're always gonna have hockey because of Canada, at least. And then, what's the other stuff? Soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we like soccer yet? Is that a thing, or is that just like, oh, we've got the best player in the world?
You know, it only comes up every 4 years when
that's
the World Cup.
Yeah. I feel like soccer and women's basketball are the same, where it's like it's Caitlin Clark and then nothing.
Like
and
watching paint
like
dry.
there's that one guy, whatever, the Latino guy. And
it's like watching paint dry. They say.
Yeah. SDFC. So. I don't live down in San Diego. I've driven by that stadium, and it's a good looking college stadium, I guess, and good for soccer. Don't they have something else in that stadium? Oh yeah, lacrosse, right? Lacrosse is a thing. I don't know. San Diego, they got some minor league hockey, and then some. Are we in the MLS? Is that an MLS?
I think you are. I think they're the San Diego Kickers. I believe it is.
That was the goal. I think in the long term to get a San Diego expansion team. But yeah, good for them. They did that. I don't care about soccer, so I don't pay attention to it. I don't know nothing about it. But San Diego, they can support a winning team that's entertaining, and the Padres are the best example. Last 2 seasons, I think there's maybe 2 games where they haven't sold out a home game, and that's including your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night games. Pretty impressive. 44,000 capacity and selling out 80 of your 81 games.
Nice.
Pretty damn nice. So the Chargers, their problem was they were sorry. Nobody wants to go watch a sorry team. And that's what San Diegans did. They didn't go watch the team when they sucked because it's San Diego, and more comfortable watching it at the bar or wherever else. Go to the dumpy fucking football stadium and watch the Chargers lose. I don't think a lot of people were interested in that at times. But when the team was winning, they were selling out the stadium, and there would be like minimal visitors in the stands. You know, after a little while, it gets tiring when you go to a Chargers Raiders game. And then the Raiders outnumber Chargers fans by like 70 to 30. You know, it's like embarrassing almost. And it's still that way for the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Still watch a Chargers game. Look at their stadium. It's not their stadium, but we'll just call it their stadium for the sake of it. You look at their home field advantage, and it's non-existent. There's like the same season ticket holders that show up, but everybody else is.
Yeah, I saw that Peacock about your Astros. Congrats, buddy.
It's I don't know. I like talking about the Chargers in a negative fashion. So,
if you guys had to guess, who was the highest views of a Super Bowl or a Champions League final? Well, it depends on where you. If you're watching it in Europe, you got to get the Champions League final. I don't know. But Super Bowl here in the United States is.
I'm pretty sure he's just talking about the general number. So
I say Super Bowl. I'd probably say Super Bowl.
No, I'm going Champions League, and I'm going Champions League because I'm going to compare it to another soccer event, which is the World Cup.
World Cup. Well, Champions League. It also depends on who's in it too.
Yeah, and the World Cup. I know it's only one game versus a whole tournament, but
globally. I'd say Champions League.
Super Bowl look like a small number. Super Bowl, the one event versus the UEFA, or what do we call that? The United European Federation? Or
well, you got the UEFA. Yeah, it's United.
That's Champions League, right? Is UEFA?
Champions League, yeah. So
that tournament. Or I guess it's a winner takes all at the end, right? It's not like best out of 3. Yeah, that's very comparable. But
UEFA stands for Union of Europe Football Association.
I would still give it to the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League.
So what is it? Who's got the goddamn answer?
Shit.
League goes Super Bowl. I go Champions League.
I'd say Champions. Well, I don't know. You got a lot of different. Oh shit! Walker's on my bench. God damn it!
Oh man! All right.
I didn't do my baseball lineups. God damn it!
Yeah, I've got that all figured out.
What, your lineups?
Yeah, I did it today. I've been slacking. I've been like once a week. I'll fucking just forget about the whole fucking fantasy baseball thing, and just it seems like you have to be on top of your shit.
Yeah, you have to be on top of that shit. Yeah, for real. The only thing is, I had a couple pitchers that came back on my off IL. That's what I had to do.
Yeah, recently I had a bunch of go on IL. I'm on the. I'm crossing my fingers. Some of them start to come off of the IL, but yeah, it's tough right now for some of my teams. Long season though.
Yeah, it is. We're almost at the halfway point, almost there.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. You got any plans for your Father's Day?
I think so. I don't know what they are. I know Saturday.
One of those things, right?
Saturday. So I get off of work. My weekend starts when I get off of work Saturday morning around like 7:30. So the plan is I might be able to get an hour of sleep then. Girlfriend and I are going to drive over, going to meet her sister and her brother-in-law over at her parents' house, do something there for a little while, and then leave, go somewhere else, and do some more stuff, Father's Day shit. And then on Sunday, actual Father's Day, I have no idea. I don't think there's any plans, but Maybe on Tuesday I'll be able to give you a story.
One of those kid stories.
Yeah. But as of now, Sunday, nothing personal stuff, not a lot. Tagging along, sure. Do that.
Yeah, we got. What do we got? Under. Man, football will be here before we know it.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, Smoky Cat said 155 million for a Super Bowl and 450 million for a Champions League. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. See, I told you it wasn't. I didn't even think it was gonna be close. I was pretty.
No.
I was pretty, because isn't that the most competitive professional league
In
That's
soccer? Champions League, yeah. Yeah, because everyone's fighting. Well, you're looking from Concacaf. Everyone's fighting for those 8 spots.
Yeah, so even people in South America and everywhere, they're tuning in to watch.
I was watching an English team, right, 2 weeks ago, and one team, you know how they have that VAR now, right? We're going to the replay. The replay like national. It's the replay in soccer, right? I guess one team got screwed out of a goal, and they said that goal that then that's going to the Champions League cost that team about 145 million pounds.
Wow.
From not going to Champions League. I'm like, holy shit, I wouldn't want to be that referee. Over there in England, they kill you for that kind of shit.
Yeah. It sounds a lot like football in a sense where you talk to most players, when they win, the first thing they say is how hard it is to win in this league. And I'm sure it's the same thing in the UEFA, and even more so for a soccer player, because what are you only scoring 1 or 2 goals per game as a team on average? And then sometimes you have a great game and you score 3 goals or whatever.
Yeah, it depends on the team you're playing. Yeah, exactly. True.
I guess I don't know how many teams are in this UEFA Champions League.
There's a total of 16 teams that are in it.
Well, that's pretty small.
I think it's. Let me see. In the Champions League.
Is it just Great Britain, or does it go to?
No,
it goes to like Spain and France, right?
Okay, it depends how you go. So it's Germany teams from. It's all the European teams. It's where they stand in their league.
Oh, Germany is in. There's Germany teams too.
Yeah, there's the Bundesliga, the Bundesliga, which is Germany. You got the Italian Serie A teams that they're gonna.
But they all play in the Champions.
Yeah, they have to come in like in the top 4 or something like that. You have to come in a certain standing.
Oh, and then they
in the league, in the division, and then have to stay there to be in the Champions stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I this is gonna take a lot of learning for me to understand how that works.
So there's a total of 4 teams in a division. I think there's 4, so that's 16 teams. Yeah.
4 divisions, 4
divisions at 6, so it'd be 16 teams. That's the money. It was 16.
And it's a mixture of a Germany league.
You got Italian
league,
Germany,
and
England,
then an English league.
English leagues, yeah.
Okay. No Mexicans?
Yeah.
You want to put the Mexicans out on the European tour? Be like, yo.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though, man. So, where's the drawers?
Oh, we're talking football.
We're talking football.
World off.
Actually, they come out June 17th is when the qualifying rounds start, in June 17th.
Oh,
it's the U.S. Open this week for all the golf fans.
Oh no, Juneteenth is 19th.
That's actually probably on the agenda for me after this show. I'll get in bed and I'll turn the U.S. Open on and.
It's already going.
Yeah. They had it on Peacock, so I turned it on and I watched.
Who's in what round? I mean, how deep are we into the open?
So they start tournaments on Thursdays for golf.
Okay.
So they do Thursday through Sunday. Sunday is the final day. The weekend is like shortened field. So they call the Friday round the cut round. So if you aren't in the top half, we'll say it's not statistically actually the half, but it could be more or less sometimes. But anyways, if you make the cut, then you play the weekend. If you don't make the cut, you get a check, and then but it's it's a very small value compared to what you get when you make the cut.
Do they give them big checks?
Like in I'm Happy Gilmore?
Yeah. It's like, oh, we send your checks in the mail. No, I want a big one right now, like him.
Yeah.
He had like $1,000, but that's a big one. He threw them in the trunk. He had hell of them, though. He was stacking up.
He got one. Why can't I have one? Or whatever he said.
Right?
He seen the guy. He's like, I want one of those ones.
Finally.
It was like he came in 100th place or whatever.
Right. I wonder, did they really? Are they really making a part 2?
For what?
Yes.
Yes.
Happy Gilmore.
It's gonna be so good. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad it is.
Yeah. I of course I'm gonna watch it at least once.
I hope they don't. I mean, I guess The Grown-Ups is like one of the only movies where you saw him do sequels to.
Oh.
And it's not like he just did a sequel and try to reminisce everything from the first one. Like, you know how there's a lot of like Dumb and Dumber. They came out with Dumb and Dumber Part 2 way long, like 20 years after.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's good at
Bogey.
sequels.
JD said contact him when you need to end the show.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish this beer and we'll close it out. But yeah, they what's his name? Jim Carrey is the GOAT.
Yeah, he really is funny too.
That's a funny motherfucker, I swear to God.
Yeah.
You've been through some dark shit.
You know what I watched yesterday was I watched on Netflix Shane Gillis's comedy special.
Oh, his stand-up?
Yeah.
Hey, Shane Gillis is a funny motherfucker.
Motherfucker. And
He's
then
he's our age. So like he reminds me of like the homie, like the cool white boy.
And then the other one, the Kill Tony, they had a Netflix special, and this is like a weekly show on
Who
YouTube.
is this?
Tony
Hinchcliffe
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Oh, Kill Tony? Yeah, Kill Tony.
Yeah. So they did a 2-hour, more than a 2-hour special for Netflix, and my girl never seen that show, so I turned it on, and they had a couple guys that were pretty funny, but when they brought out Shane Gillis as Trump, and he does that impression like as good as anybody. And
it's so good.
It's hilarious. It's so good. They got Biden, and they had Elon Musk. They had somebody else. Like the RFK Jr. That one was fucking.
Oh
good.
wow.
Yeah, they had all these guys come in impersonating the Trump
politicians
or whatever. Yeah, and Joe Biden, of course. But
Shane Gillis, he does a podcast, and the homie. Okay, you know everything that's going on with Diddy and then all the stuff with Drake before it do. Shane Gillis, for some fucking reason, like this is like 5-6 years ago on the podcast, he goes, "Hey man, I heard Drake likes some young," and they're like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where'd you hear that from?" "I heard it." He's like, I hear things." He's like, "Diddy too, man. Whoa, watch out for him." He's like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna all fall apart on these guys one day." And it's like, out of all the people, it's Shane Gillis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking years ago, foreshadowed all this shit.
Yeah.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's you know who I fuck with, bro? He's a funny ass Jewish dude, bro. The other homie, Rogan's other homie, Ari Shafir. That motherfucker is funny as fuck.
I think I know who you're talking about. He's a little bit older than us. Like
no, he's like Rogan's age. He's up there.
Yeah,
he's like 50, something like 50.
Right.
Yeah, but he was like, he was the guy that like, he was one of the ones that was speaking out against Carlos Mencia. Because he was stealing, Carlos Mencia was stealing from hella people, and Ari Shaffir is one of them. And like, it was the premise, people could probably come with the premise, but like, he stole this joke like verbatim. But it was like, Ari Shaffir's like, the president's talking about building a fence, to keep the Mexicans out. He's like, duh, president, who's going to build the fence? You know what I mean? And then like, he verbatim rips him off. And he's like, it's the premise, man. It's the premise. It's only the premise. Like, it's like listen, if anyone stole my rhymes, I'm slapping the fuck. I'm dying over that shit. You know what I mean? But I'm more than welcome to write somebody their rhymes, though. I've done that shit on a number of occasions. I got credits on a lot of people's stuff that isn't mine, but I wrote it. But like, if somebody stole my shit, we're not having that. You know what I mean? Imagine comedians too, because like, in order to work a bit, you're going there night after night to the fucking to the little clubs. You know what I mean? Just working the bit till when you finally get it down and you do it in your special. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, someone could just be in the audience and just another comic and just be like, "Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna remix that." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another guy from that group is Theo Vaughn that I fucking end up crying.
Oh yeah, I love Theo Vaughn. Yeah, man. You know what's funny? First time I ever met Spencer, I go, "You ever heard of Theo Vaughn?" He goes, "No," because I asked Spencer, but when I first had him on the podcast years ago, because they're from Lafayette, they're from the same place, and they kind of talk and have the same twang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he had never heard of him. Now, it's undeniable. Everyone knows Theo Vaughn now, but I grew up on Real World and Road Rules and all that bullshit, and he was on Road Rules. You know what I mean? You would have never thought he would be a comedian. He was like a real serious cat, hella yoked up on steroids and shit. Because he jokes about that shit nowadays. Like, yeah, back in the day, man, I was on the roids, man, and the powder. He's like, he was on that coke like a motherfucker. A lot of his stories are about cocaine are hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was really bad on it. So now being clean, he could joke about it. But yeah, he had some stories. He said he got into like a vest phase where like, yeah, man, I like leather vests.
Yeah.
He's like, I would get on, in the middle of the night and put my vests on and my sunglasses, and like he said one night he was just making a smoothie, he's like, protein shake, and he's just hitting the thing, and then he thought he heard someone knock, so he goes outside and he said he was wearing multiple vests this time. He's like, yeah, I put like 2-3 of them on. You know what I mean? He has no shirt, but just the vest and his sunglasses on. And he went outside because he opened the door. He thought someone was knocking. Then he steps out to go look, and the door closed behind him, and he locked himself out. So the blender's going. And then he's like, all right. He's like, it's like 3 a.m, and he has to go knock on his landlord's door. And he's like, I forgot my keys. You know what I mean? Then they open the door, there's music blasting, there's a blender going. You know what I mean? He's wearing the vest. You know what I mean? Theo Vaughn's the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That fucking and he's another one too. He went through the grinder, bro. That's what you gotta do when you're a comic. Like most of those comics, when they hit big, they're usually 10, 12 years in the game. They're usually like in their 30s or something like that. Then there's like Dane Cook, who he was another known like rip-off artist, but he blew up. Then he got into the movies, and then he had these big HBO specials, and then you just fizzle out real quick because he had never went through the rigors of the grind as a comic. He just shot up to superstar.
Hey, Bogey, the holdup in that Shamir Stewart deal is they want him to forfeiture, is seeking to avoid forfeiture language in rookie contract that could void the entire deal for certain violations.
Oh, he's one of those. Is he like an off the field issue guy? Because then, like, that's probably if they
I do not know. I don't know. I did not know. But they're saying for
state, like, hey, you fuck around, we're gonna
if they can void his whole deal if certain violations are broken. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of funny because it's guaranteed money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your guaranteed money, but it's like, there's things that could void your guaranteed money. See that? Air quotes. Oh yeah. I would say, if I'm Shamar Stewart and you have the same agent as bruh, you're almost kind of tied to this dude's fate. Like, it's like, he's probably going to be like, all right, take care of Trey's deal. Then I'm gonna hold this bitch up as long as I can. Because like, what is the argument over? It's probably really over the difference of like $3 to $5 million on the guarantee. Because you're a first rounder, then you know what I mean. Your agent is gonna try to get the most money, obviously, and it's also gonna have to do with the guarantees on that 5th year. Because if you get the PA and the NFL, they agreed a long time ago that if you get to the 5th year of your rookie contract, that's fully guaranteed. So a lot of the verbiage going back and forth is on the guaranteed money on that last contract, because that's what you're going to do more than likely. If he shows out, year 1, 2, and 3, they're going to extend him early. But, if he, in the event they got to stretch him out all the way, to this 5th year of his contract, like, what I mean? He might be arguing for like a $30 million on his 5th year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if he gets there, that's fully. And that's why you have to show out those first 3 years, because going into year 4 is when you're a first rounder, is when they decide to pick up your 5th year option or not. A lot of times when they go, oh, we're picking it up, they don't like that either, because they know, oh, fuck, you ain't trying to pay me right now. Like, you know what I mean? Even worse, if they say, hey, we're not picking up your 5th year option, then you're like, all right, fuck, I got to ball out now. So some other fucking team will pay me. Says a lot, though, if they're not picking up your 5th year option. I mean, you sucked for 3 years, more than likely.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you're good enough, but you had some kind, like Nick Bosa, or like Joe Burrow, or like where they were phenomenal right out the game, but they had these season-ending injuries where it kind of made that player lose the leverage. Because now you have to come back and reprove yourself again. You know what I mean? Major season-ending injuries ain't nothing to sneeze at. Joe Burrow's had one. He's had 2. Nick Bosa's had 2. And out of all the pass rushers, I thought they would have went like a James Pierce or a Mike Green. Like, Stewart was the guy I thought that would be the, I didn't think he would be the guy that went in the teens like that. Did Stewart ball out like crazy like that? Well, like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's me.
Wow, Rashawn Slater's at camp.
Yeah, he wants to get paid. He should be at camp.
He's not worried about it. He says it's got to get taken care of. So he says that's too sad.
They're gonna pay him, bro. He's good. But see, another thing too. First rounder lost his leverage. He tore his ACL. What, year 1?
Yeah.
Then he had to reprove himself. That year he came back. Year 2 wasn't the greatest. Year 3 he was really good. Here's year 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it year 4? Or is this 5? No,
this is
4.
year 4 for him, I believe.
Yeah, and they picked up his 5th year.
He says,
option.
"What happens, happens."
I mean, whatever will be, will be. Hold on, let me go tell my son to brush his teeth. He's about to go to school. Well, that's what that alarm. That's what that alarm is for.
There you go. All right, here we go. Chiefs Rashid is not expected to be suspended.
All right. Not this year.
He's facing. Okay, here we go. He's facing 8 felony charges, but he's not going to be suspended
This year.
this year. Correct.
Yeah. Rasheed Rice. He's got a big season ahead of him. So make himself invaluable, right? Or is that the right word? Invaluable. where they're like, we don't give a fuck what Rasheed Rice did. We need him on the football field catching passes, scoring touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's almost like you can break the law and get away with anything now. It fucking sucks.
Depends on where it's at. If you're in the state of Texas, wherever he was, it's
well, it's weird because the criminal stuff is still going on. But they haven't gotten to the freaking Nick Crannies to it. So
And since it was a hit and run and all that stuff, isn't this more than a civil case?
It's. I think it's. If you ask me, I think it's more civil than the, how should I say, running from the shit. I think he probably, who knows? Probably paid them off. Who knows?
Well, yeah, I think when that lady went to the hospital, he was doing it. He was paying for everything.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's you or I that did it, we would be that lucky.
Right.
That's the only thing.
Well, if I had the control, I think Lee and I would probably come to an agreement and say that, hey, we're gonna shut it down and we'll see y'all next time. But
yeah, I can text JD. Just told him.
Yeah, if you want to text JD and let him know that he could shut it down, we're probably good now. Appreciate y'all for coming in and joining us and listening to us fucking talk about everything.
Yeah, today we talked about quite a bit.
Like football, fantasy football, random
soccer,
stuff,
baseball,
life.
Yeah, you can shut it down, JD.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, don't forget to check out the Neon Peacock store. We got
and summer 15 is the coupon code.
Yeah, we got a new code for you. Summer 15.
Yeah, speaking of, Neon Peacock is right here.
Yes, sir.
I turned on the YouTube after eating, and I saw y'all were like, yeah, we can shut it down. I was like, perfect. I'll jump back in there and shut it down. But make sure you're hitting up the website, neonpeacockmerch.com. Use the code SUMMER15 for 15% off of everything. And we'll be back with OJ and the Blunt for breakfast, I'm sure, sometime over the weekend. And then we'll be back with some more news and getting everything going next week with another episode of Wake Your Game Up.
You guys have a wonderful Father's Day. And to all the fathers on our channels, happy Father's Day.
Likewise, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.